What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Fact Show, Super Fast Network. Today I got with us Polow from Polow Mob TV. How you doing, brother?
Just chilling, chilling, chilling. You good, baby?
Man, I'm loving life. I can't complain. What they say,
Yeah,
same old shit, just a different porta potty.
you got it, baby. Shit.
Damn, bro, you Texas as hell. Where you from?
I'm actually from. I was born and raised in McGregor, but I live in Waco. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I'm in Houston, Dallas, Memphis, Miami, and LA because the people I work with, but I'm like right in the heart of Texas, right here in Waco. But yeah, I got a very southern accent, so you know what I'm saying.
Word, shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know the little gals be loving it, so shit. You feel me? But you know it's wild. Like I was telling you off camera, I heard your name in various times throughout the years. But like in the same day, I do a episode with Lance Walker and his DJ Screwbook, and I'm reading that book, and I see you know he asked you a lot of questions. You had a lot of insight, and then on that very same day, I get an email from you, and you done made 3 documentaries, one about GT Garza, one about Dorrough music, and R.I.P. Snootie Wild. And you know that was just like serendipitous. I was like, yo, I got to find out about this man.
Yeah, the stars aligned. The stars aligned. So that's how God. That's all in the universe. All God's plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you know, I guess first and foremost, let's talk about the documentaries because I know that's what you're pushing right now. They're all substantial. I see their performances, interviews, a lot of behind the scenes footage. So why don't you just give a little insight into you know what's in them, how they came about, your relationship with the artist, you know.
Like basically how I have them set up, you know what I'm saying? Like I shoot a lot, like you said, a lot of shadow film, a lot of behind the scenes, like stuff that most people don't have access to. The only people that are gonna have access to things like this is like a day-to-day videographer with like one of these people. But like me, I've been doing this like a real long time, and I got a lot of plugs with everybody, and people enjoy working with me. So basically, what I do, I just get with someone early, and then just work my way up to where when they get big, like where I have all their stuff on film, kind of like what Cootie did with the Kanye West footage. But I've been doing that way before that was even thought of because I already had the idea of how I wanted to do stuff with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really had access to artists that people couldn't just go up and touch or get the film on them or whatnot. So I wanted to put that out there like that to give, you know, a different experience than what someone else is doing. Like, because the stuff that I'm doing, like people don't do stuff like that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like it's definitely unique. I checked out some of your videos too, and I don't know, you definitely got a distinctive style.
Correct.
Like I'm sure people tell you that they can tell that you shot that video without knowing, you know, without seeing the credit.
Oh yeah, it's all like I said, it's mostly just shadow film, but the editing process is like the tough part. Because like if I have like 1,000 hours on somebody and I have to narrow it down to like 3 or 4, that's a lot of conversations I have to listen to. I have to take like basically the best of the best, you know, and then jam pack it, break it down with shows, behind the scenes, interviews. Then I'm gonna grab a cameo if this artist knows someone that I have access to, you know, like a virtual album, you know, kind of in a sense.
Like Sauce Walker on the Snootie Wild joint.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like if they know each other, I'm asking them how they met them, what they like most about them, then I'm gonna place them on there. You know, because it makes it more official. You know, because people don't have access, like I said, to like so many people like I do. So it's easier for me to grab stuff like that to make it unique, different, and it's something that's no one's doing because I guess they just don't have the access to so many artists, you know, to do stuff like that with. And then be on the road with them, shows, behind the scenes studio sessions, and you know, basically the whole shebang.
You know, I used to release these projects dripped up, and I had GT Garza bless me with exclusives on like 4 or 5 of them, and you know, I went to a couple of his album release parties, and I wish more of the country knew about GT Garza because I feel like
GT's hard. GT's hard.
Unparalleled lyricist. You know that Brown by Honor joint. You know, I mean, it's just so the machine, so many of the Jones he's done.
Yeah, lots of joints. Because rap his ass out. Because like he told me, he started out as a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna come with it every time, and you know he's very respected. Like if you watch the documentary I did on him, it's got everybody on there: Crystal Poppin, Rashid, King, Lil G, Cap G. You know he's very respected person. You know what I'm saying?
How hard was it for you to do the Snootie Wild documentary? Did you finish it after February, or had you already
Uh,
finished it before?
so
You know, the
basically with
unfortunate.
basically with the Snootie stuff, like I've been knowing Snootie a long time. So we had basically all the film that's on that is all prior to him getting locked up. Because when he got out, you know, he was just on a different path, you know what I'm saying? Godly path, you know, trying to change his life, do different stuff. So, you know, I build up shows and stuff like that. So he wasn't doing any shows, but when what happened to him, he was working on new music. So basically, I knew there wasn't going to be any more footage. So basically, I just put it all together with the cameos and released it. You know what I mean? Because it's not finished, but it was enough that, you know, the typical person would say it's finished, but, you know, I wanted more for it. But unfortunately, you know, what happened, you know, there's not going to be another chance to grab any more footage from him and memories on film with him, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? RIP to my guy, you know, Snootie Wild, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine, like you said, having to go through all the footage. Like we earlier when you're talking about like picking the best of the best, and then having to do that for like somebody, you know, obviously you had to be close to him, or you want to
Oh
have that
yeah.
connection.
Like I got a whole project done on Mo 3 that you can check out. One on Young Dolph that's super hard. You know what I'm saying? It's got everybody on that. But yeah, there's a lot of people like Vicious, Mr. 3-2, people that have passed on, you know, that you know, they ain't making no more footage or stuff like that. Stuff like that's classic. It's classic footage, you know.
Oh, you got a joint on Mr. 3 too? Oh, I definitely gotta watch that.
Yeah. That's how me and Lance, you know, with the book. See, he was researching stuff on Mr. 3-2. So, you know, this is when Mr. 3-2 had already passed on. So, like, he's not going to get an interview with him. He's not going to get any more footage or get to work with him. So he came across one of my interviews I did on him. So then Lance hit me up and was like, "Look, Mr. 3-2's talking about some real stuff on your interview. I'd like to use it for my book and credit you." You know, so I was like, you know, 3-2 is my boy, you know, long time. And, you know, for his legacy to live on, I was like, yeah, you can use it. Just make sure you credit me. You know what I mean? Like put my name in there, you know, get all my credentials, you know, because that's just a credential I can use for something down the road. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah,
how that
definitely.
came about with Lance. And, you know, I'm in the book and, you know, Mr. 3-2's voice gets to live on through what I did with him through his book. So it's, you know, it's a part of history now.
You know, I'm mad hip to Mr. 3 2. I got at least like 3 of his CDs, but
Oh, jamming.
I,
Southside players, woo, shit.
see that's why I was gonna ask you though. Like I ain't so hip. Like I ain't gonna front. I copped them Jones. I probably listened to them like 2 or 3 times, and I ain't listened to them in like 5 years. Because you know, I always end up going back to pimp shit, pimp C shit.
Yeah, like Pimp C and shit.
But just out of curiosity, what you think the Mr. 3 2 project people should check out the most? Like if you ask me about ESG, I'd say Ocean of Funk. You know what I mean?
Uh, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. You know, like his solo projects, they were good. You know, they were jamming, but I felt like when him and Mike D came together for those Southside players, like they just had a chemistry. You know what I mean? So like both the Southside players albums, you know, those bitches was jamming. So I got to say those as the group. You know,
Did you ever meet DJ Screw?
no, that was like before my time. Now I got to meet Hawk, Big Mo, you know, Vicious, Mo 3, and a couple other people that passed on. But from that time era, it would have just been Big Mo and Hawk. But that was before I did the camera work. That's when I was doing more promotions and shopping beats. But yeah, Screw and Pimp C were like two people I always wanted to meet. But you know, unfortunately, you know, it wasn't in the cards, you know what I'm saying? Fat Pat too. You know, Fat Pat's like one of my favorite rappers. I'd have loved to met him.
Yeah, Fat Pat. Well, I'm not gonna say underrated because people who know about him rated properly. I just wish more people knew about him.
Oh yeah. You know, and I got to work with KK, the last surviving member of the DEA, so that was real special to me as well.
Damn, bro. Like I had no idea it was that deep. so you said you guys started with promotions. What does that look like? Like you were throwing parties?
Okay, so like basically, there's a guy named my guy Gigi. You know, he was throwing shows here in Waco, and then you know I messed with a couple of producers. So basically, he would just let me in the show for free. I would basically meet the artist, tell them like you know I shot beats, you know I do a little stuff here in Waco and some promo. So basically, I would just get numbers, build the contact relations with them, and then I eventually started booking shows for them or shopping verses for them. But when I picked up the camera stuff, that's when things was like something they needed. So basically, it was more like, yeah, you done been fucking with us on this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let you come film us as well because you've already built that relationship with us where we trust you.
Or
So it was easier to turn the cameras on. So
and that well, and I assume that is this like around the DVD era?
yeah, around the DVD era.
Yeah, so that was a smart move. Then that was making a lot of money.
At
And so
this time, no
you
one
can
was
move
doing
so
that.
much product in Texas. You know what I mean? Like I see you
Yeah,
did a video with
you
Lucky
can do anything out
Luciano.
there.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
But like Lucky Luciano, I guarantee he sold over 1 million records in his career. And I don't
Oh
know if
hell
he ever
yeah.
I don't know if he ever gives a fuck if his music gets out of like the Texarkana, Oklahoma, Louisiana. I mean, you already know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like he does Christian rap now, you know what I'm saying? But I got a whole documentary I did
Really?
on him. Yeah, he does Christian music now.
Oh man,
And
last time I seen him, he was making like songs with Son from Zoo Life, you know, about
he
pimping
doing
and shit.
shows all over the place.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, that's what's up. Good for him.
Yeah, he turned his life around. He got all them babies and kids, got married. Yeah, but he does Christian music now. You know what I'm saying? He's eating good off that stuff. You know, shout out my boy Lucky Luciano.
Man, people from Texas know how to hustle. Chingo Bling turned to a stand-up comic, you know.
Yeah, yeah, he does comedy, but still does a little bit of music, but mostly does the comedy stuff. And then TikTok videos, Instagram reels, you know, kind of different revenues on things.
Word, but I ain't trying to shit on nobody, but like let's say like for instance maybe like New York City, it seems like it's a lot of like 40 or 50-year-old cats still trying to be like 19-year-olds, but then like you look at Texas, everybody as they get older, they pass the game on to the youngins and they move into new ways to make money.
This is correct.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people could learn from that, not just in music. Like that's a good way to live life.
Oh yeah, it's all about staying relevant. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how old you are. Your music, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a hit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't deny a hit. So when it comes out, it doesn't matter how old you are. But like with video stuff, like most of the older cats are the ones who's running everything because they're educated. They got in stuff early. They know like the how to process the programs, put them out there, TV shows, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
You know Mr. Boomtown?
But like you said, it's all about passing knowledge down.
Word. Have you ever worked or interacted with Mr. Boomtown?
Boomtown?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, it's my boy. You know what I'm saying? I've done a couple behind the scenes videos with him. I did actually KK's behind the scene video. Mr. Lucci's one of his videos. And a couple others, you know what I'm saying? Like Boomtown, he still does videos, but he's kind of in the movies stuff as well now. But yeah, I fuck with Boomtown. Oh, Paul Wall's video with Johnny Dane too. I did the behind the scenes on that as well.
See, so that's why I brought Boomtown up. I was gonna ask you, you know, Candy. I was curious. Do you have any aspirations to ever do a film?
I get a lot of offers, but people want me to shoot films like movies and stuff and have scripts. But you got to realize it's very time consuming and you have to like really involve your time into a movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I have so much work on these documentaries that I'm doing, you know, it's like I don't have time to go invest my time into a movie because I'm on the road every weekend with someone shooting something. Plus, I'm still dropping projects and throwing out small clips.
And you've been able to work in so just doing this for you know like a long time now, like
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah. You name them, I probably done shot them. You know what I'm saying? I done shot pretty much everybody. Like everybody I ever wanted to work with, I done worked with them. So anybody else is just a plus from this kind of point on.
Man, so basically you don't live like a rap fan's dream life.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just entourage, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because you got your videographers, your photographers that are personally with these people. I'm just one of those guys that I was fortunate enough to get in because usually they're not gonna give you, the type of exclusives that I get. It's just but I built the relationship because they know what the film's worth as well. That's why they have their personal videographer filming their day-to-day stuff for them to build up for something later down the road. But so I'm fortunate enough to where I can get that type of hands-on and work with artists like that, even new artists, because when they see my stuff, they're like, oh, he's getting like exclusive. So yeah, we trust him because he's already working with people we have songs with. So we're basically going to let him film whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, have you ever had any aspirations of starting a label?
I've had a lot of artists ask me to manage them, but it's just
Speaking of time consuming,
yeah, it's a lot of phone calls. But it's just something I've thought about it, but because I have the resources and the connections to do that. But it's just you just have to like spread your time out. You know what I mean? Like, because I still work a real job too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I do that and this. So it's like things I want to take on, I have to really think about it because my time's already, going to other places for other things.
do you mind if I ask what the job is?
Well, I can't tell you where I work. I do work for the government, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they be watching shit like this, and I can't put out where I work. But I have a government job though at a hospital.
Okay, well, shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, and it pays fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm making more money than some of these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Plus, with the other stuff on top of that, yeah, I'm Gucci.
Shit, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I done seen some broke ass rich rappers, and I done
Yeah,
seen some rich ass broke rappers. It's funny how that shit works out
it's all
sometimes.
about the contract. It's all about the contract that they have.
Word, I know it's a lot of times like the cats that look the less flashiest be having the most money.
That is true. The ones that aren't like just flashing with their shit, that tells you they're saving their money and they're thinking of things down the road. You know what I mean? Because I've seen a lot of rappers fall off from just blowing all this money they really don't have. And then they think, oh, my album and my singles are going to be platinum. I'm going to be a big star. But then it drops and then it flops. They don't spend all their money and now their label's going to shelf them because we're not spending no more money into you because your album flopped. We just lost over $1 million on you. You're a gamble. And that's how these artists get shelled because they might sign like a 4 album deal. If the first one flops, well, hell no, we're not about putting money into these next three. Now you can buy yourself out of this contract. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Other than that, you can just do whatever. We'll approve what we will when we want, but other than that, you're just shelved. We're putting our money into the next artist who's making us money back.
Word. Do they be riding slabs and shit in Waco?
Yeah, they ride slabs, you know what I'm saying? Like the ballers are gonna have their slabs, of course the D boys. It's just like a status, you know what I'm saying? Like even in Houston and Dallas, it's all about the cars, the swangers and all that shit. It's just a Texas thing. I'm not into it, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be incognito, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be all flashy with it on the road. I want to look like everybody else. But some people, that's how they ride. They just want to ride clean and looking good while they're doing it.
Well, when you was talking about artists spending their money, I was curious. Do slabs got good resale value, or do people take a loss if they cop one?
I mean, like I said, that's not my thing. But like growing up with my dad, he was into classic cars. Like, and I will say, like a restore, like a real restore, it ups the value, or just plain Jane on the older cars. But when you start putting in these custom seats and custom speakers, custom rims, like it does devalue the car because it's taken away from what it originally was to turn into something else. Now, if you got someone that's into cars like that, who's willing to pay for it already as is, yeah, you can make a profit. But the real classic car collectors, they're gonna want them as
Stock,
original as
yeah.
possible. You know what I'm
Word,
saying?
yeah. I ain't too much into it, but I definitely know that part.
Yeah. See, I'm not into it. Like I said, my dad worked on cars and he had a 68 SS Camaro with a 454 in it. So, that was his thing. He was into classic cars and shit. So he knew the value of the antiques of them and Harleys and shit like that is what he was all into.
Who would you say is the best rapper in the history of Waco?
In the history of Waco?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I can't name one.
I mean, it's too hard just to pick out one. You know what I mean? 'Cause there's a lot of them out there that go hard. You know, you got people like
Who are some notable ones then? Like who shot? Well, since I can't name one, who's some people I should check out in no order,
you
and
should
no ranking or nothing?
you should check out like a guy named Hustler E. He's like the godfather of rap around here. You know, you got a cat named Waco Tron. You know, jamming like a motherfucker. You know, we got Hot Boy West. You know,
Oh, okay.
he's
I know Hot Boy West.
okay. You know what I'm saying?
I know he was from Waco. Okay, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, you got people like Rico Rogers, Big R.
Hey, what was that second one you
Cadillac,
said? The guy who had Waco in his name?
Waco Tron.
Waco Tron, got you.
And he signed with Pick Six over there with Murray and Marshmello.
Is that a good thing? I ain't gonna front. I ain't hip.
Good thing, yeah. They're, you know, the Murray's got that Quicksand song, and then Marshmello's like a big time producer, so he's with a good label. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he go hard. He goes super hard.
Okay, well,
You know,
shit, I'm
Waco
definitely.
Tron, yeah. Waco Tron, yeah. You definitely want to check out my boy Waco Tron. Shit, he cold with it, baby, cold.
See, bro, I feel like you know, I'm in my mid 40s, and I feel like too many people get old here. Like they just get it's like their ability to listen to new music just fucking stop. And then you always hear everybody complain about, you know, there's nowhere to find new music, and I'm just like, well, you ain't gonna find that shit on the radio or probably a lot of the curated playlists. But I'm always trying to find new dope shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can name young rappers that are dope that they ain't on no XXL or no shit like that.
Oh yeah,
Or
exactly.
like
Everybody can.
or like, you know, well shit, unfortunately everybody can't, you know, but I be telling people that they'll be like, there's nobody that get this lyrical from the South no more. And I'll be like, you ever heard of GT Garza? And then they'll listen to GT Garza and be like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
you know what I'm saying? It's all about word of mouth, and in your ears listening.
I mean, and that's my whole point. That's the only way you're gonna find good music. These corporations ain't gonna give it to us.
No, you got it's all word of mouth nowadays. Like when I work with the new artists, I may not even hear them or even heard their music. But if someone's telling me about them, they must be doing something. So I'm gonna dial that number or just submit an email. They're gonna look at my work and be like, "Damn," because you know at this time they're not like real big artists. So when they see who I'm working with, they're like, "Wow, this guy's hitting me up to film me, and he's working with all these people like Juicy J and Drake and Yo Gotti to want to film me." Like, yeah, they want me to come out. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
And we're gonna start building that shit up, and you know we're gonna get it in.
Shit, I'm sure.
But you know, some of these cats, the first time I ever even heard their music when I saw them perform on stage.
That's a good barometer. You know one thing I've been telling my wife this because she'll be like, somebody's nice, and like, you know, a lot of people are nice, but I'll be like, wait 20 minutes and then tell me something they said, and if you can remember something that somebody you never heard said 20 minutes later, unless it's like, you know, some repetitive ass hook, but especially if it's in their verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found that test is pretty undefeated, whether I like the person or not, you know.
Oh yeah, it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Jay Prince is big on this. You know, it's like it could be the song you think is going to be the hit's going to change your life forever, and you know what I'm saying? It might be the worst song you got. The fans make the music, and then some of these artists, the song that got them on, they hate it and they hate performing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what got them on. That's what the fans chose. You know, it is what it is.
Got dance with who brought you to the dance, right? Since you brought Jay Prince up, why did Rap A Lot slow down so much as a label, do you think?
I mean, I think it's more like, you know, they're already established. You know what I'm saying? Then they got into the boxing thing. And then, of course, the Drake situation fell in their lap. So, you know, of course, just off that alone, that could change your life forever. But, you know, they had Bun B, Pimp C, Scarface, Ghetto Boys. You know,
Fifth Ward Boys.
Money
Squad.
Mayweather. You know, they probably made millions and millions off all this stuff to where they're good for life, for generations to come. You know, their kids are going to be straight. Their kids are going to be straight. They had Do or Die. You know what I'm saying? Classics, jams out the South.
Oh, bro, I got every one of them things you name. You know, Willie D, play with your mama, all that shit.
Done filmed them all and dropped stuff on them all.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to disparage them. I just wish it like. You know, I'm from the DC area. We always rocked with Rap A Lot. Like we was copping Fifth Ward Boys tapes and shit. You know what I mean? Just off the strength that we love Scarface so much. And and I just wish it would continue because it used to be like anything Tila, anything that came out of like I can't name too many convicts. I really can't name any bad album off the top of my head that I ever heard from Rap a Lot.
Oh yeah, they were all good projects. All of them were good, you know.
So like I just wish that water hadn't been turned off. You know what I mean?
But I think it was more like along the lines, they were the only ones doing it at the time. And
Yeah.
Jay taught everybody what they know. He birthed all these children, like these little flips, these rec shops, these swisher houses, to where now it became to where now there's more opportunities in the city just than Rap a Lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even Zero signed with Rap a Lot for a time, but like a lot of people, they learned from them and was able to do what they're doing now with their own labels. You know what I'm saying? Like he birthed all of them from that era.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit, God bless him for that. That's monumental. So, to finish up, what's your next move after releasing these documentaries?
I mean, I'd like to see see them on like Netflix or like Amazon Prime, someone like that. Like kind of like what Cootie did with Kanye. But I'll have projects on like pretty much everybody you can think of. There was a guy like I forget what his name was. He had been shooting Cypher Hill's career for a long time. He just sold his footage for I get how many millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where I would like to see it go. Like
do you know the process, like how people service videos to MTV, like through those agencies?
See, I have all the connections like with artists and managements and labels. Like those are the connections that like I lack in because I don't know who to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do something with the artist or something like that, like I can do that all day. But like these people like in Netflix, like how do you get a hold of them? You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's like they got to come out and find you.
You don't. There's a middleman. You can get shit put on Amazon for between like $7,000 and $10,000, and do where they well, the last time I dealt with somebody who was doing that, they recommended you charge for like the first 3 months and put it on Prime, and then you'll get residuals. But they paid, I think ultimately it was like $11,000, and they got their movie on Netflix, Amazon, Google Play. I think it was still iTunes at the time, not Apple Plus. But basically all that, and I still know the name of it. I'll get you the information.
Yeah, that's dope.
And that's why I asked you if you knew about those music video services, because it's the same thing basically. Like it has to have a certain level of of quality. There can't be ghosting, things of that nature.
Yeah, correct. Like I like how me and you like with email. Like I do like when I release something, I used to do an email blast on it. And like, a lot of people are just gonna pick it up because of who it is, and then they see what type of exclusive content it is. So like, yeah, we want that on our website because we know if people know it's on there, they'll come and watch it. You know what I'm saying? As long as this guy's dropping shit, we always have some of his content on our website to cater just to those people who want to watch that on our website so we get those views. You know what I'm saying?
Word, I feel you, but you get one on Amazon and you can incorporate little advertisements for all of them in it.
Exactly.
But I'll pull your coat to it. Like there's a way to do it that it almost immediately pays itself back, and a lot of times you can get people to so-called sponsor it and put up the bag for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sponsorships.
Yeah, and for something like that, with the names you're saying, it behooves many brands to attach themselves to that.
Oh, correct. You're very.
But like
correct.
I said, I'll put you in touch with some people.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no doubt, because I don't be trying to middle. Like when I say put you in touch with them, like I'm gonna put you in touch with them. I ain't gonna be like saying, well, I can't stand the people to be saying the prices back and forth. Because every time they go back and forth, it's another little slice. It's another little slice.
I already know.
And I'm sorry, man. The one thing I hate about hip hop is how it's so many motherfucking scam artists. And think of all the money that gets wasted that could have went to making motherfuckers great.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's trial by error. Like a lot of people put their money into things and it doesn't pan out for them. But it's good to know people like you said, someone who's older, who's been through the trial and tribulation. Like, no, this is who you need to spend your money with, and this is who you don't need to spend your money with, or this is the route you need to go because I know where I fucked up, so I ain't gonna let you fuck up. You can skip that.
See, I'm not even that solid with it. I'll say to the best of my knowledge, because like You know, I've seen publicists that are insane at their job, but if you hire them and they don't put no effort into you,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so like I've done recommended publicists before. I've seen how good their work was, and then somebody done spent like up to like 5 stacks with them, and they barely
Oh
did
yeah.
shit for the 5 stacks, and then I felt bad as shit. So you know, I'll just be saying for what I see, that shit. But I have seen people, you know, get their movies on Netflix and been a
Oh
part of
yeah,
it.
there's
So.
a lot of people that'll do good for someone. I mean, because I see it all the time. Like if it's a good artist that's doing big things, yeah, they're gonna push the fuck out of them. But then you got this guy who's not really known that's gonna take actually some more work. You know, they just half-ass do it. I mean, yeah, sure, your name's attached to it, but like you said, if you're not doing no work for me, then why the fuck am I paying you?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But you know, man, my bad to do this, bro. But I got a hard out on some happy wife, happy life situation.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Like I said, we got the next one coming. You know what I'm saying? So we're good.
Yeah, yes, sir. So before we get out of here, what's the website and your socials?
Everything on my social is going to be at Polow Mob TV. That's POLOW and then MOB TV. And then basically just Google that and everything that's associated with me is going to pop up. Now you can Google me. So, you know, as long as you get the name spelled right, it's going to take you to everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the whole nine.
Yeah, now you definitely what wasn't hard to find when I was doing my little bit of research. So like I said, brother, thank you for your time, and I look forward to you know, chopping it up again down the road.
Yes, sir. We'll do that.
All right, man. You take it light. You have a good night.
Appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Peace.
Yeah.